Good morning and welcome to my channel. Today we'll be talking about overcoming anxiety. It's just the quality of being anxious. And anxious means that you're worrying and you're so fearful about an uncertain outcome. You're not sure what's going to happen. You're so much afraid that it makes you begin to panic. You enter into a panic attack. So at that point, we can say that you are anxious. And right now, many people are anxious about so many things. There is anxiety about how we feel, how someone going to respond to us, about people who are marrying. Oh, when am I going to get married? Or when am I going to have kids? When am I going to get admission? When am I going to be called up for cop service? Like in Nigeria, being a copper, it can bring anxious feelings to us. Maybe it could be about our kids. Oh, this way my kids are behaving, or you don't have kids yet. It can bring any kind of anxiety, and anxiety can bring a lot of disorder, cause a lot of emotional stress to us. Anxiety is not good at all. Why many people struggle with anxiety? It is important to know that it is not a good or positive habit, and so we need to drop it. So, an example of myself being anxious, I remember one time some years ago, I got a message. I was contacted for a job in Lagos. Right there, I was in Oka, so it was quite a distance from the east to the west. So, I just really wondered what I was going to do, but I decided to go for it. So I decided to go. Many people around me were like, don't go, because I got this message by 11 o'clock and the interview was for the next day. I knew that I needed to move that same day. So as when I finished preparing my things and everything, I started to take off from Oka to Lagos. It was really 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So there was no way I might get there as I was told, but I kept on moving ahead. Let me tell you when I got anxious. It was when I got to Asaba, and so I was to take a bus. I didn't even look out for if there are buses or not, because I was just being in a hurry to get moving. So I entered one jalopy. Let me just call it jalopy. It was a truck that was going to Lagos. It was not supposed to convey normal passengers. It was a truck that carried goods, and so the people that were in that truck were traders with their goods. I didn't know about that. I just asked them, "Are you going to Lagos?" They said yes. So I paid and I jumped into the bus. My sisters and my brothers, I didn't even realize the kind of truck I entered into till I had already paid. So suddenly I moved to the back and I jumped into the bus, and that was when my anxiety began. When I saw the people that are there, I saw that place had no windows, had no doors. Everyone was covered up with that with tent. The sides were covered up like this. The other side was covered up like this, and there was no even door. You just jump. You just open up the jalopy. You open it up and enter. I became anxious. I began to panic. I said, can I breathe here? Can I jump up? What if something happens? I can't even see what the buses that are passing. I can't even see whether it's there or not. I began to panic. I could feel my chest, my heartbeat rising. It was beating. I said, God, what have I put myself into? And so that was an example of me being anxious. But I kept going. At a point, I calmed myself down. I began to communicate with the people that were there. I began to pray. The normal prayer we pray in the bus when we are journeying to somewhere else. I begin to pray, begin to talk to God, and I begin to relax. And thank God we made it to that journey. So when anxiety becomes back, is that we stay in that panic. When you stay in that panic, you start begin to worry, shout, "Hey, somebody help me!" Oh, you can no longer control yourself at that point. At that point, your anxiety is bad. At that point, you are too anxious, and there is no need of being anxious. Let me chip in the word of God that said, "Be anxious for nothing, be careful for nothing." Don't worry so much and become fearful about so many things that are happening around you. It's not worth it. Learn to calm yourself down. So let me continue with this research that has been shown worldwide. The research has so shown, and by statistics, this is currently what is happening. 284 million people, individuals, are having anxiety. One thing is that anxiety is an emotional stress. When you stress, when your body is stressed, the normal typical thing without any doubt is that when you stress, your immune system weakens. It comes down, and so your immune system is supposed to be fighting disease is weakened. So when the disease come, they can easily affect you. So it's not something to joke with at all. So let me talk about how you can overcome this anxiety. I'll just give 5 normal trip, something you can try on by yourself. Learn that you can't control everything. You can't control the way things go. You can't control what the other person does. You can't control the outcome of someone else happening to you. Like for a relationship, anxiety about relationship, or whether someone you're going to get married or not, don't allow it. You can't control what is in the mind of that person. You'll be saying as a man, will she say yes, will she say no, oh, I don't want to be rejected. No, you can't control it. So just focus on the things that you can control. So that's another tip. Focus on the things you can control. You can't control everything, so drop it. It will make you even to be more relaxed. Number 2, yield yourself to God. Like God teaches us in His word that we should not fear. Fear not. Don't be dismayed about anything. Everything is going to fall into place. Yield yourself to God. Come to God as the Prince of all peace. He will give your heart peace. He will give you that peace you need to forge ahead. He will give you that peace you need to move forward. Number 3, you need to breathe in. Take your breathing. Don't joke with your breathing. God has given you a breath. That's why we're living. Me that I'm talking to you as you're watching me and listening, you can easily breathe in and out. It shows that you are alive. So some of us don't even take time to breathe. Just breathe. You can breathe in a more relaxed way. Right now, you're not going to see my shoulders moving. Breathe in. Out. I just breathed out through my mouth. Breathe and become aware of your environment. That's guided meditation. Relax yourself. Always calm down. Okay. Number 4 is take a self-assessment. Always assess yourself. There was a point in my life I always do it daily, and I even still do it now. First of all, you ask yourself, what have I achieved today? What have I achieved this week? It's all about goal setting. Your plans. Have I really achieved this? Ask yourself that question and take note of the things you have achieved. There's something you have achieved every day, and note that out. What are challenges that came your way on your path to this achievement? Number 3, what are the lessons that you have learned? Take note of that. If there are mistakes you made, learn your lessons and move on, and try not to repeat that same mistake again. Very, very important for your self-assessment. Once you keep assessing yourself, you become stronger and you have a stronger and healthier self. Pat yourself at the back. That's the 5th point. Pat yourself at the back. Always encourage yourself. Always encourage yourself. Celebrate yourself. And the bonus point is to be positive. Always be positive. Positive vibes only.